There's no other major surgery where this would be condoned.
I was rushed into this C-section. My husband was there, and I could feel them starting the operation.
There was this nurse on my right side. I just remember holding her hand and telling her over and over again that I can feel everything.
Something that felt like a blunt instrument was being run round inside me, and I just couldn't cope.
The doctor asked me, "Do you feel pressure?" And I said, "No, I feel everything."
I got interested in this story because listeners started writing to me with their stories of inadequately treated or ignored pain. And some of the most disturbing emails were from patients who felt everything during their C-sections. A third of women in the US who give birth will do so by C-section. The best estimate of how many patients feel significant pain during their C-sections is 8%. There's a lot of reasons this happens, but a common denominator seems to be the widespread dismissal of women's pain. If you're having a C-section, you're most likely to get the kind of anesthesia that's like the needle in your back kind, a spinal or an epidural. There are all kinds of reasons this anesthesia might not work the way it should. Doctors will perform a test to see if the anesthesia is working, but that often ignores the power dynamics that exist in the operating room between doctor and patient.
I'm lying on my back, looking up into the face of someone who's convinced that the block would be working. He's really confident, he's the expert. I knew I had given the wrong answer when I felt the first incision. And that felt like I was a beanbag being opened up.
If you are pregnant or you're planning to get pregnant, a big thing to remember is if you feel something, say something. But patients aren't the ones who should have to take responsibility for fixing this problem. In 2022, a set of guidelines was published in the UK for treating pain. And what's really unusual about these guidelines is they're not just about things like particular doses of drugs. They're about communicating with the patient. Quote, "A woman must be listened to and her account of events accepted as her genuine experience. An explanation as to the possible reasons for intraoperative pain should be offered, because this pain that patients experience, it doesn't just matter for a few minutes. The consequences can last for years."
We're happy and we have a healthy little girl, but part of me also feels like that is not the only reason why I don't want more children, because it really scares me to have to go through that again.
I don't think I really started talking about it until I'd had my second child, and I believed myself. I just felt traumatized. I think it really set me on a rough road to early motherhood.